It had long been his ambition to reach the summit. For the decades that had spanned his life, he had dreamed of stepping foot on the very peak of this ancient warden, the immense satisfaction of being able to go no further sending him higher still in spirit. He could see it now. In no more than what seemed like a dozen or so steps he would finally reach it. He could feel his youth once again in his legs as he forged on to the top. He wished his mother and father could have been with him. They too had always wanted to make their way up the great mountain. He'd even spoken about making the climb with his friend when they were younger. They were all gone now. He did not dwell upon the thought long. It remained too painful to recall their faces. He looked up once more. The waystone was now visible. No more than a few enthusiastic strides and he would have done it. He slowed his pace to savour the moment and cast a weary look at the ground below. The land only stretched a little way before being submerged in mist. He could just about make out the outline of a few houses, all long abandoned. It had been years since he had seen anyone. He had never been exactly sure what had happened. People had died, then more. No one had risen to take their places. The things they relied upon rusted and decayed as the population thinned, and time marched on as relentlessly as it ever did. He grew older. Others didn't. He took another weary step and the ground above him stopped growing. With every new step he took, the peak shrank. Edging ever closer, he increased his speed with every new plant of his stout legs. He knew it wouldn't be long now. The sky seemed to clear to greet him. The wind roared in welcome and adulation, the mountain paying its respect to the minute creature who had dared to try and best it, and emerged on the peak victorious. The ground levelled out. An almost unnatural-looking plateau swam into view, urging on his final stride. He was finally here, standing on what felt like the edge of the world, alone, a tear welling in his cloudy eye. A smile managed to work its way through his dense beard to contort his leathery face as he painstakingly laid himself down. The ground felt hard beneath him, but not cold. The air was still and caressed his face gently. An ease fell over him as he slowly closed his eyes. He wondered for a moment what it would have felt like to be the first man to stand here so many years before. He wondered if that man had ever imagined what it might have been like to be the last.